Please don't let this server crash. Alright, I placed the TNT. 3, 2, just do it. I lit it. Okay, it's down. It's in between 4 of them. Oh my god, here we go. Ooh. What's up, guys? It's Coop Dizzle here. Welcome back for episode, I think it's 18 on the StreamCraft server. And you wouldn't know it because we're indoors, but it is another beautiful day here on the StreamCraft server. And yeah, we've got a pretty big episode planned for today, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I know it's going to be a big episode because I'm not releasing it until we get everything done that we need to. That's just kind of how I'm going to do StreamCraft for the moment. But let's start off with a little update since the last episode. Now, I do want to apologize for the last episode. It was a really kind of slow-moving episode, not very typical of what I like to put out. But again, it had been like 2 months since my update, so that's kind of what that was all about. But for this one, I'm just going to take my time putting this episode together and put it out when it's ready. So hopefully this will be a really good one that you guys will really enjoy. And this episode, if you're seeing this episode, it means that we're about to come back, I think, on a weekly basis. So that's going to be cool. But first off, what we have done so far, the big thing is that the storage system is basically complete. At least it's as complete as it's going to get for the time being. You can see there are a lot of empty kind of slots here. And I know what's going to go in those. For example, like a lot of this and a lot of these 2 rows are going to be fish and stuff like that. But we're not ready to do that yet. Like if it's empty, for the most part, it's because I don't have that resource on me, on hand. But what you're seeing here is everything that I did have somewhere in a chest. And all of my stuff, except for a couple of chests now, has been filtered into the system. And all of that stuff is either like blocks, like mineral blocks, stuff like your diamond, your emeralds, iron, so on. We're going to do a totally different storage for that, which is, it's basically just going to be a for fun storage. So I'm not putting those into the storage system. And other than that, there are a couple of chests that are intentionally left blank. Like I've got a few rows over here and a few rows over here. And that's just for, future additions to the game and stuff. Otherwise, this thing is complete and it is working. Everything's working great, which is awesome. That means that we can get on with doing what we need to do up here. So we have a lot of stuff to do. I basically want to get everything in this episode prepared so that we can, at the end of this episode, I want this to be the episode where we blow up this entire place with TNT. So stick around for that because it will be at the end of the episode. But yeah, this entire area, it's a 16 chunk render distance from that pillar right there. So it's going to be a massive amount of TNT. And it is the whole reason that earlier in the season we built that gigantic snow crash mob farm. Is so we could get all the gunpowder for that. And we're going to have to get a whole bunch of sand and just make up absolutely double chests upon double chests of TNT is kind of what I imagine doing here. And so, yeah, like you can just see this entire area. And the reason we're doing that is to create natural walls. Do you see that beautiful natural wall right there? And that kind of extends around, right? Like you can kind of see it carries over to there. And I wish we had it in a full 360-degree area, but we don't. So the TNT is going to allow us to do that because I'm a big fan of walls, Rhapsody had a wall that I built. And this time I decided instead of building a wall, we would use a natural wall and then just decorate it up with lots of things like bushes and waterfalls and things like that. So that's a long-term part of the aesthetic design of Sanctuary and a very important one. It's always going to be in the background. So we've got to kind of prepare the land for that. Before we do that, though, we have to kind of prepare this top area. So all of these animals have to get moved into the nether so I can use them later for farms. I have to kind of destroy a whole bunch of stuff up here. I'm hoping I can get some zombie villagers so I can create a villager farm easily later on. And I don't know, I might just give up on that whole thing, but we're going to see. And then also all of the water source blocks in the area, I need to fill all of that in with blocks. And I think that's actually what we're going to do first, because that should be pretty easy. I have tons and tons of blocks just down here in storage. Tons of dirt blocks, which is probably what we're going to be using. So anyway, I am going to get a whole bunch of resources together, a whole bunch of blocks, and we're going to start this episode off with a first person or maybe even a third person montage of me doing some of this work, and then I'll cut back. Oh, I thought I had a bunch of dirt. Here it is. Well, we'll see if that's enough to get me started at least. So I'm going to go get to work on this, and I'll catch you when it's done. Alright, it's all done, which is awesome. So let's take a look. From up here we can get a pretty decent vantage point. There's a little spot over there I think I'm going to go ahead and leave. Oh, you know what? I guess I'm not done. There's a giant spot right there. Well, I'll get that in a second. It's no big deal. But you can see where the waterfall comes down. I took care of that. There's a spot there, a spot over there. I think that was a spot. There was one too. So they were just dotted all over the place. The river's been filled in. I had to use smooth stone at a certain point because, well, I figured that'll blow up a bit easier than cobblestone will, and I just ran out of dirt, so we went for that. Those torches over there, I found that was a really cool development actually. I found a rabbit, so that was really good. I actually found 2 rabbits, so there was one over there, and there's another one trapped over here somewhere. I didn't mark it out quite as good. But anyway, so you can just kind of see that all that stuff's done. I didn't record too much because I figured that's going to be pretty boring to watch, and it's actually I can't do any. Well, I could actually do third-person stuff with a camera account, but my internet connection is really slow, and whenever I record like that, basically you just see my character shoot around a whole lot. So I chose not to do that. But anyway, we got a couple of cool developments. The rabbit thing was one development. Another one, though, was we have a couple of zombie villagers that I did successfully trap. Neither of them are farmer villagers, so that's kind of the bad thing. But we should be able to convert those guys to regular villagers pretty easily. Yep, there's one. I want to say he's got a black apron on. And then a cleric? Not a cleric. Who has the white one? I can't remember. Man, it's been a while since I worked with villagers. So anyway, what's happening next? I'm going to fill in this water over here. I'm going to make up the potions and gold apples that we need to convert these guys into regular villagers. And we'll probably do that part on camera, and because that's one of our big objectives. Once we got those guys, we should be able to attract a whole lot more zombies at nighttime. And hopefully one of them we'll be able to get is a farmer villager. Once we get the farmer villager, then we'll be ready to move all of the animals and the villagers into the nether. And basically then we'll be ready to make TNT and blow this place up. So it's pretty exciting. Oh, I need to go get some smooth stone. Let's go look over here. We should still have quite a bit. Yes, sir. I'll just grab a few stacks of that. Yeah, I reckon it won't take more than that. So anyway, I'm going to get back to work, guys. And when we're ready to turn those zombies back into regular villagers, then yeah, I'll catch up with you then. Alright, exciting times, guys. I finally got the stuff together to brew up the potions I needed. It took quite a while because all my brewing stands were back at the Coop Dizzle mansion. So yeah, that was quite a thing. Let's see. Hopefully this isn't too loud for you guys. So yeah, we've got our splash potion of weakness. Let's right click. Perfect. And you eat. Oh, that sound though. Alright. And you. And then feed you a gold apple. And I got my 2 things back here. Now these guys are just going to chill out. They're recovering. They're in recovery. So we're just going to leave them here for a little bit. I'll come back when when we catch them turning into zombies. Hopefully that'll happen before night. Just slept, so we should be good. Oh, it just happened. Check it out. This guy even still has some potion effects on him. I hope... Yeah, he should be safe, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's awesome. So, we've got some villagers now. Can I right-click on you through the fence post? It doesn't appear that I can, so let's see if we can knock this down and get to know this guy. An armor. Okay, so he's a type of blacksmith. That's cool. And yeah, we're not ready to start any trades yet. But let's see what we got over here. A librarian. There we go. Okay. Well, I know how I can get a bunch of paper. Lure 3. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. So that's pretty cool. All right. So we don't have the one that we really need yet, which is a brown coat villager. But we do have some guys here, and I do have, let's see, a crafting table way over here. Let's ender pearl on over there real quick. We're going to make some doors. And let's see, I know I already have some planks, but we're going to use, just want to make sure I had, planks for something else. I'll show you in just a second here. Alright, so we're going to hop up here. And what I want to try and do is I want to try to incite, what are they called? Zombie raids? I don't know if that's the right name for them or not. But basically, I want to try to make that thing happen where zombies show up trying to kill villagers. So our villagers are well protected. I even put some torches in there just to make sure. And then what we can do is maybe right here. Yeah, we'll just put a couple of doors here and then a couple of blocks on top of them. And that right there should be a village. I think so. So hopefully these guys are detecting that that's a village. And if so, then we should have a lot more zombie spawns. Like right now, all the spawning is pretty even at nighttime. So there's, you know, usually a ton of creepers or a ton of skeletons. And what I want to try and get done is where we just have a ton of zombies. More zombies than anything else. And hopefully 1 out of 20 of those should be zombie villagers. And we can eventually get ourselves a brown coat villager from a brown coat zombie villager. So, alright, that was kind of a derp explanation. But that's kind of the next step. And while we are waiting for stuff like that to happen, I think I might go ahead and start transporting some of these animals into the nether. So, I'm going to keep working at it, guys. I'll check back in when something cool happens. Just a real quick update here. I kind of wanted to show you guys how I'm transporting all of the animals through the nether. So, I went ahead and built a nether portal in their pen. And this portal hopefully is close enough that it'll just sync up, and then from there we can use a water bucket to just kind of move these guys along. There we go, nice and easy. It's almost like a mini game once you kind of get them closer to the portal, because you get to kind of choose the direction of the water. Now this pen is relatively easy to do, but now you can kind of see most of them are grouped up on the sides here. So if we place one on the side, it'll kind of push them at an angle a little bit. Yep, there we go. Come on. Where's the water bucket? There it is. Put it down over there, please. And did we get some more? 1, 2. And can you just move in, please? Can you just go? Can you just, thank you. And then this last guy, let me just pull you over a bit if I can. Get you a little bit closer, save a little bit of time. Perfect. You go in the portal now? You go in the portal now? So, for those of you who aren't playing in snapshots yet, do keep in mind that in the 1.9 snapshots, mobs now have hitboxes. So, I've got a few cows in there, and I've got a little area over here for all the sheep. Unfortunately, I can't use the water trick here in the nether. Hey, cow, how did you get in here? That's strange. Alright, come on, sheep. In here you go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, and then let me get my, let me see, what can I use here? There we go. Let me get my thingies back. Leads. Very good. And like that. Cool, so I'm just going to repeat this process. If I'm lucky enough not to drop the cow in there, then I'll drop him next door. Nope, he just got pushed in. Well, that cow's probably going to die. Just because, oh, there's another cow. Hello. Can you kind of get off to the side for just a second? Like kind of out of the way, like maybe over here where I can still, you know, save you. Yeah, there we go. Very good. So, you know, working with mobs is not always the funnest thing, and it's, you know, kind of tedious or whatever. I just want to kind of show you guys that little trick, just in case it's, you know, maybe you hadn't thought of it before or seen it before or something like that. So, where did my leads go? There we go. And now I can't find my leads. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll check back in later. Oh my gosh, this is huge, guys. Look. It's a brown coat villager. That is so awesome. I didn't know if we were ever going to get one. I can't trade with him through here. But that is really exciting. So now we've got 4 villagers. And that means with the brown coat villager, that means we're going to be ready to set up a villager breeder. So I'm going to have to be extremely careful when I transport these guys. I haven't even thought about that yet, but that's okay. I will make it work. I can do this. I know how to make these things work. Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll just deactivate that portal up there so they don't accidentally wander off. But man, that is exciting stuff. Anyway, all I have to do now is transport the chickens and the bunnies, and then we are good to go, my friends. Alright guys, so I've got all of the animals moved into the nether. There are some trapped under there. I've got 3 over here that you can't really see. And we have the nether portal set up. I've got a rail. Basically, we're ready to move villagers now. I've got tons of villagers. So we've got this rail set up. That way, no matter which way they come through, they should be safe. I don't think they're going to suffocate on anything. And no matter where they're at, I can place a rail and catch them, which will be cool. And even if I don't catch them, there's really only one way that they can go, and that's down into here, where we're going to be keeping all these guys. So that's the plan. We're going to keep them trapped in here with minecarts until the day arrives where we can start a villager breeder and get all that stuff going. And check this out. Oh man, not nighttime. Okay, see if we can make this quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 villagers, which is amazing. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know, I got really lucky. I think that it seems kind of rare whenever they do spawn, the villager zombies. Or maybe it's not so rare, like there's one right there, but they seem to spawn in packs. I don't know if this guy has any friends, but that's what happened. I had a couple of really lucky nights in a row where like 3 of them spawned, and I was able to capture like 5 or 6 just in a couple of nights. So anyway, I'm going to go sleep. I'm going to move these villagers and tear down that that little fort over there. Uh-oh, who's that? Hello, spiders? Jeez. I'm going to go tear down that little fort, and then we're going to be ready to start collecting the components for TNT. Just a real quick progress update here. So I emptied out all of the gunpowder that I could collect, and I still have a little bit more sand left. There we go. So not tons and tons, but a little bit extra, which is good. And I knew I wasn't going to get 2 double chests, but I was hoping that I did the math right, that I could get at least 1 double chest. Unfortunately, I'm just out of gunpowder. So That's pretty disappointing, to be honest, because we've got a lot of area to try to cover, and we want to lower it all by about 20 blocks. And then when it gets higher, like a lot of these hills over here are going to be around, you know, between 20 and 30 blocks. So it's a lot of terrain to lower. Like that mountain's going to take a lot of extra TNT, and we want to go from here back to where that pillar is, plus back to the next pillar, which is another, I don't know, I think like 8 chunks in that direction. It should be about not 16, but maybe like 14-ish chunks, 15, 14 chunks from that central pillar in every direction is kind of what we're looking at. So I don't know. I mean, we're only going down 20 blocks, but I don't know if this is going to get it. At any rate, though, until we update to the next, or to a newer snapshot, I'm kind of stuck because the mob farm's broken. So I won't be able to really do anything. So I'm stuck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and persevere. I'm going to create a brand new world and go into creative mode and kind of test. I've heard there are some changes to TNT in 1.9, so I'm going to kind of test that out and make sure that when I do place it that I'm not wasting anything. And yeah, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll probably, the next thing that you guys will see will be like a montage using the camera account so you can see underground a little bit. But I think we're going to do another third-person montage of just me placing down all the TNT. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And I won't see you again until we're all ready to blow this thing up. Alright guys, it's time. Oh my gosh, look at all of that TNT. It is ridiculous. Over 3,000 blocks of TNT. So I know that we're not covering the entire area, and we're not taking the entire area down by 10 blocks or whatever I originally planned. But surely, I mean, come on, are you not entertained? This is a massive explosion. Now, the blocks right there, those are pillars, and you can see there are just absolutely tons and tons of pillars. I went up and down, guys. I spent hours, like several hours, just doing these pillars. And so what I decided is we're going to do this a little bit differently, okay? Because I just couldn't handle continuing to do that, and it was going to take a really long time. So instead, I've placed out the TNT on the area that I want lowered down to Y70, and we're going to do that. And then we're just going to have this thing that kind of cuts through the mountain, and I'm going to have a whole lot more terraforming to do. I'm just going to do that with a beacon and a pick and a shovel, because honestly, I think that's going to be a heck of a lot faster than doing what I'm doing. But this will be a lot of fun, and I do still have about 7 stacks of TNT left, so of course I'm going to take advantage of that as well after this first explosion and take out as much of the remaining mountain as I can. Oh man, okay, I'm so scared right now. I'm worried that this is going to crash the server, and luckily I am opt on the server, so I am going to lower the tick speed and hope that that helps. That was kind of part of the plan. And I was also thinking about how to do this, because it would be nice if I could start it from like one point and then have it blow up in a chain. The problem is I don't have a flame bow, and I don't want to be over there or on one end when the TNT explosion starts, for example. I want to be able to be up here and kind of look at it as much as possible. Okay, so let's set our expectations real quick. What's probably going to happen is this TNT is going to start going off, we're going to lag, and then we might get nothing. We might be stuck on a frame, and if the server survives this explosion, then we might be left with a hole. But I'm recording it from up here. I'm also going to record it on the camera account, and hopefully we'll get something really cool. So anyway, final preparations, and then I'll be right back. Alright, well guys, I really wanted to record both perspectives, but it looks like I can only do one. So if it was between the first person perspective and the camera account perspective, you know we're going with the camera account. But anyway, alright, so here we go. Ooh, man, I'm so scared. Please don't let this server crash. Alright, I placed the TNT. 3, 2, just do it. I lit it. Okay, it's down. It's in between 4 of them. Oh my god, here we go. Ooh. Whoa. Oh my god, I see the clouds, but the blocks are like staying in place. Whoa, I almost fell off the platform there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, oh, there, it lagged. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. We got a few more going on down there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Whew, man, that was a lot of fun. It was so much fun, guys. I cannot tell you. I mean, I hope that you heard it in my voice, but that was just unbelievable. It was so cool. I had a lot of fun doing it. It took a lot of time, though. Like, if you think about all of the time that we've invested, and I know this episode's running long. I know it is, because there's so much progress that, you know, I put into this thing. So I apologize for that, but I just need another minute or two, okay? To just say, think about all of the stuff that we put into this. Like, if you go all the way back to that mob sphere, the mob sphere project, that was months ago. And the whole reason we did that project was so that we could do this TNT explosion. And so, you know, I had to set up rails, I had to set up all kinds of stuff, you know, like a lot of stuff went into putting this explosion together. And so when it was time to finally drop that piece of TNT from up there, I was literally shaking with anticipation, and I'm so glad I didn't crash the server. I was legitimately worried about that, but you know, we're balling on StreamCraft, man. StreamPhotog hooked us up with a 32 gigabyte server, so it handled it like a champ, no problem. So anyway, guys, we are just about done. Sunset, that's like perfect timing anyway. I think I'm not going to wait so long on the next episode. Oh man, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Anyway, I'm not going to wait so long on the next episode. I think next episode, though, I hesitate to say we'll be taking it easy, because I tend not to do that on StreamCraft. But I do think that we're going to probably finish cleaning this up on, kind of on camera, maybe montage or something like that. Time lapse of tearing the rest of this thing down. And I think we're going to work on the outline for the lake. So where we're at right now, where I'm flattening, this is going to be the lowest part of the lake that all of these skyscrapers emerge from. And so we're going to have to build up the terrain by several blocks here and there, and we're at least going to get the wireframe for that done, I hope, in the next episode. So we're going to finish tearing this down. I've got my Haste 2 going on, my Instamine going, and it's going to be a lot less work now, but it's still going to take, you know, several hours to do, because I've already been kind of doing this, and I did a few more TNT explosions, as you saw, and it's still taking a few hours just to get this far. So it is still going to take some time, but I think we're going to try and get that done, and try and get the, like I said, the wireframe at least of the lake bed up, and then hopefully in the following episode we can build the lake bed and actually fill it in, which would be really cool. Or once I get the wireframe done, I could just go ahead and build the first tower, which would be really exciting too. and actually filling in the lake can come in later. So anyway, guys, oh man, I hate that it's dark. I know it's going to be dark on camera. Let's finish this out in the chest room. Never mind, I totally forgot that I had a bed on me. Anyway, guys, let me take this helmet off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you did enjoy the video, if you liked the project or whatever, for any reason, if you enjoyed it, if you had fun, please hit the like button. The support is really important to me and definitely helps me out. Help spread the word about the channel and the series, share the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel so you can follow along as we continue to work towards our epic base. Are you kidding me right now during the intro, man? Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and until next time, my friends, may you be happy, may you be well, and take care. I'll see you later.